Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest questions in trading. Maybe the biggest. Why is it so hard to find consistent success? Well, the answer might be way simpler and honestly more powerful than you think. It's not about chasing some magic formula. It's all about the power of mastering just one single approach. So let's dive in and break down how this tiny shift in focus can completely change your game. All right, let's just start with a pretty brutal reality check. You've probably seen this stat thrown around, and for good reason. It's estimated that something like 90% of traders fail. But why? Why is that number so incredibly high? Is the market rigged? Are the pros using some secret code? No, not really. The real reason, the one that trips almost everyone up, comes down to a single, really destructive habit. And this right here, just gets straight to the heart of it. This quote perfectly sums up the massive divide between the losing 90% and the winning 10%. See, the majority are in this constant panic mode, always looking for the next shiny object. But the winners? They've found their edge, and they have the discipline to just execute it, day in and day out. That's the real battle we're talking about today. Which brings us to what I call the strategy hopper's trap. And trust me, it's a trap. It's this psychological black hole that's responsible for so many blown accounts. It's actually a super easy mistake to make, but man, it is devastating for your progress in the long run. Let's really define what this thing is. So, what exactly is strategy hopping? It's not just about switching things up every now and then. No, it's a destructive cycle. Here's how it works. You take a couple of losses, which, by the way, are a totally normal statistical part of any winning system, and you panic. You immediately jump to some new, better method you saw on Twitter or YouTube. And the result? You never ever build that deep, intuitive understanding you need for mastery. You just end up being a jack of all trades and profitable at, well, none of them. So how do you know if this is you? Let's do a little gut check. Do you find yourself second-guessing your entire system after just a couple of red days? Are you always on the hunt for that holy grail indicator, the one that promises you'll never lose again? This whole thing is usually fueled by some intense FOMO. You see someone else post a huge win, and you immediately think, I've got to do what they're doing. It's a vicious cycle that makes sure you never, ever gain real confidence in what you're doing. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. It really shows the two roads every single trader has to choose between. On the left, you've got the strategy hopper. Their focus is all over the place, their psychology is driven by anxiety and impatience, and the results are, well, they're chaotic and usually negative. But then look at the right, the master of one. They have a laser focus, a disciplined and patient mindset, and their results build up over time toward real long-term profitability. The choice seems obvious, doesn't it? So the real question is, how do we get on that second path? Okay, so this is where we make the shift. We're moving from the problem to the solution. And you know what? The solution is actually beautiful in its simplicity. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, but it is simple. It's all about embracing the incredible power of focusing on just one single thing. So here it is. This is the big secret. The weapon that profitable traders use isn't some crazy complex algorithm with a million different indicators flashing on the screen. Nope. It's the boring, unsexy, relentless dedication to mastering one simple, well-defined method. They know their strategy inside and out. They've put in the reps, they've built the mental muscle memory to see their setups and execute without even thinking about it. One. Just one. That's the number. Seriously, this is the number that can change your entire trading career. Forget trying to learn 10 strategies a little bit. Your real goal is to learn one strategy so deeply that it becomes a part of you. You have to internalize its rhythm, you have to know its strengths, and, just as important, you have to know its weaknesses. That is how you build the kind of unshakable confidence you need to take the trade even when you're coming off a few losses. Okay, so you're on board. You get it. Master one strategy. But, knowing you should do it is the easy part, right? How do you actually build the discipline to stick with it, especially when the market is throwing you curveballs? Let's walk through the blueprint. Step 0, and this one is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to consciously block out the noise. I mean it. Unsubscribe from the newsletters, unfollow the so-called gurus on social media who are always pushing the newest, hottest system. Every single time you let a new idea in, you're risking your focus. You need to create a quiet space where you can just work on your one thing. All right, here's your 4-step path to getting there. Number 1, choose a method that actually fits you. It has to align with your personality, your schedule, your tolerance for risk. Don't try to be a day trader if you have a full-time job. It won't work. Number 2, prove it to yourself. Don't take my word for it or anyone else's. Backtest it. Go through historical charts and see what its statistical edge is. Then trade it on a demo account until it feels like breathing. Number 3, define your rules. Physically write down your exact entry, exit, and risk criteria. This turns trading from an emotional roller coaster into a mechanical process. And finally, number 4, journal every single trade. This isn't just about P&L. It's about understanding yourself and making smart, data-driven improvements. Now, this entire blueprint, this whole plan, is held up by 3 absolutely foundational pillars. If you can get these right, you are building the foundation of a professional trader. So meet the 3 M's: mindset, method, and money. Your mindset is all about your psychology. It's your discipline, your patience, your ability to control your emotions when things get crazy. Your method is that one strategy you've chosen, that rule-based system that you've tested and committed to. And money, well, that's your risk management. Those are the hard and fast rules that protect your capital so you can survive the inevitable losing streaks. You need all 3 of these working together. A weakness in just one of them will make the whole thing fall apart. So, as we start to wrap up, let's bring this all back home. If you only remember one single thing from our chat today, please make it this. This is it, right here. Stop searching for complicated solutions. Stop looking for the perfect system that never loses, because I promise you, it doesn't exist. The real holy grail in trading is consistency. It's about showing up every single day and executing your plan over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. Find a simple edge that makes sense to you and dedicate yourself to mastering it. That is the only path that works. So I want to leave you with this question. Which path are you on right now? Be honest with yourself. Are you the strategy hopper, or are you on your way to becoming the master of one? Look, there's no judgment here. I think we've all been on that first path at some point. The only thing that matters is choosing the path to mastery today. Let me know about your own journey in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.